Hey guys, it's Chris, and today is Friday, January 20th, also known as Inauguration Day, where we welcome President Donald Trump. We'll see how these next 4 years go. But the first thing I want to talk about today is an update to a story I talked about yesterday, and it's about the leaked footage from A Dog's Purpose. It's some leaked video from on set of A Dog's Purpose where a German Shepherd is kind of being forced into water as it looks, and then there's another clip right after of a dog in the water. Then the dog kind of goes under, and everybody's freaking out about this, saying that the dog was forced in it, thrown in the water, and just awful animal treatment on set. I even jumped on that train. But there's some things that have come out about the video and some things that I've just noticed. And I regret talking about it without looking into it as much as I should have. I think with me and a lot of other people, we just had that emotional response after seeing the video. But some things to note about the video. One, the video cuts off. It's edited. Basically, the video is a man holding a German Shepherd, and then he's kind of not dunking, he's dipping the dog in the water. Which, looking at the video a little bit more, it more looks like he's like, hey, dog, this is water. You okay with this water? And the dog's like, no, I don't like this. No. And then so that's really the end of that part. Then directly after that is a clip of a dog in the water kind of going through the rapids and then submerging. And then all the divers and people on set, they're jumping in, they're grabbing the dog. That's pretty much the whole video. So it's implied that basically that dog that was just being weary about getting in the water is now just submerged in the water. But the clip was edited, so we have no idea how much time has passed since the dog was first kind of dipped in the water to when it was submerged. Also, the Animal Humane Association was on set, and they said that everything was handled properly, the dogs were treated well, and they were there to make sure that everything was going well with the dogs. Because when dealing with animals in movies, these guys gotta be there. So from what they say, everything did go well, and they made sure that everything was done properly with this dog, and that there's also gonna be a third-party investigation coming in to make sure that everything did go well with this. So it's not just the Humane Society being like, okay, we'll look into this thing that we should have already been looking into. They got other people coming in that won't have a bias towards the Humane Association, so that's good. So yeah, I don't know, I'm still kind of weary about this, but it does look more like it was intentionally released 2 weeks before the film came out, and that this might be more of just some kind of movie sabotage. I don't know. It looks a lot like that, just seeing the timing for everything. It's not like they were just filming last week. This thing's been done for a while. So I don't know how to feel about it. We still have a lot more to come out. This story is still developing. So if there's anything that comes out about this later, I will update through one of my videos. But as of now, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not as angry as I was yesterday about this, just hearing more about the Humane Association being on set and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to add this to this video and kind of calm myself out on my bullshit for talking about it without knowing much about it. So I apologize for that. Next thing I want to talk about is Rick Perry. Yesterday were his hearings to be Secretary of the Department of Energy. As I said, Rick Perry is a controversial pick because of things like this.
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
You need 5.
Oh, 5, okay. So commerce, education, and the
EPA?
EPA.
I can only imagine it going down like this. All right, Rick, what makes you think that you were qualified for the Department of Energy? Well, sir, I believe in climates. You mean climate change? No, I just believe that there are such things as climates. This son of a bitch, he's good. Alright, Rick, you've got the job. So I was weary about him, and I still kind of am, but here's a couple things that was said during the hearing. Rick Perry stated, "My past statements made over 5 years ago about abolishing the Department of Energy do not reflect my current thinking," he said. Adding, in fact, after being briefed on so many of the vital functions of the Department of Energy, I regret recommending its elimination. He also added later on, "I believe the climate is changing. I believe some of it is naturally occurring, but some of it is also caused by man-made activity." And then this happened.
Thank you so much for coming into my office. Did you enjoy meeting me?
I hope you were as much fun on that dais as you were on your couch.
Well,
May I rephrase that, sir?
please. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Well, I think we found our Saturday Night Live soundbite.
Let's move on.
So if everything he said in this hearing he wholeheartedly believes, and as secretary he will stand by these statements and enforce them, then it won't be too bad, I guess. But when we have someone like Rick Perry being referred for this position, but then we have this guy, Ernest Moniz, I think I'm saying that right. He's our current secretary for the Department of Energy. Here's a couple of his titles in the past. Professor of Physics and Engineering Systems, Director of Energy Initiative, Director of Laboratory for Energy and Environment. Makes a lot of sense that he's the secretary for our Department of Energy. And then for Trump to just pick Rick Perry? Like, come on. So I'm still not completely on board. I'm a little bit more on board than I was yesterday, hearing these things that he said in the hearings. I guess we'll just see how he is. this. And this last story is kind of weird. Woman charged in teen shooting says she felt unsafe. A Central Georgia woman charged with shooting a teenage boy in the head says she and her husband had been terrorized at home by the rock-throwing youths. Cannon says she walked outside Monday night to check the pressure on her daughter's tires when rocks started flowing toward her. She says she pulled out a gun and aimed at the teens. Marcus was shot in the head. Now this is kind of fucked up, and I imagine it going down like this. Honey, those boys, they're throwing rocks at us again. All right, honey, calm down. We'll just call the police and they'll take care of it. I was just thinking about shooting my gun at them. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm just gonna go shoot at him. Wait, since when do you have a gun? That's besides the point. I'm gonna go take care of this. Honey, no, you... Oh my god, you really did that. Don't worry, the threat is now under control. Yeah, no shit. But yeah, this story really is kind of shitty. Apparently they've called the cops before, and the cops have talked to the kids. And I do say kid because the guy was 15 that got shot. And she said the cops weren't doing anything about this. If the cops have talked to them before, you just call the cops and say, hey, these guys, they're still doing this. Can you just come here? Then they'd come there and they would handle it. Rather than you putting a boy in a hospital with a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a silly story. She also looks like she complains to the cashier at Kohl's that she should have more Kohl's cash, and she's asking them why there's not as much as she says there should be. There's a lot worse stories in the news that I could be talking about. That is like the tip of the iceberg right there. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I'm gonna go watch the inauguration, unfortunately. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably talk about that on Monday or anything else that happens on this weekend. If you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like rating down below. I am really running out of sound ideas. This is... You know, whenever I run out of sound ideas, I'm just gonna do the little handguns. And if you're new here and you do enjoy my content, consider subscribing. That was like a metal rod hitting something, so I'm gonna look for a sound effect that resembles that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend.